two women, two empires, one ultimate showdown. In 2025, the entertainment world asks one burning question: who's richer, Taylor Swift or Beyoncé? On one side, Taylor Swift, the country girl who conquered pop, reinvented herself countless times, and became the most powerful force in music today. On the other, Beyoncé, the queen of performance, a global icon with decades of dominance, and half of one of the wealthiest power couples in history. But money doesn't lie. And in this showdown, we're diving deep into their empires, their music, tours, real estate, investments, and lifestyles to see who truly reigns supreme in 2025. Spoiler, it's not just about sold-out stadiums, it's about rewriting the rulebook of the music industry itself. Taylor Allison Swift is no longer just a pop star, she's an economic juggernaut. By 2025, her net worth sits comfortably between $1.2 and $1.3 billion, and some analysts believe it could be even higher once you factor in touring profits still being calculated. To understand her rise, you have to look at each pillar of the Swift empire. Her journey began with country ballads in 2006, but her real financial genius came nearly 15 years later. After her masters were sold to Scooter Braun, Taylor did the unthinkable. She re-recorded her entire catalog. Fans didn't just support her, they turned it into a cultural movement. The Taylor's version albums didn't just replace the originals, they dominated streaming charts. Every re-release broke records, with Red, Taylor's version, and 1989, Taylor's version, pulling in tens of millions in their first weeks. By 2025, she owns nearly every note of her most valuable albums, meaning royalties flow directly to her instead of record labels. This bold move alone has added hundreds of millions to her fortune, and more importantly, proved she could outmaneuver an industry built to control artists. Then came the Eras Tour, the event that cemented her billionaire status. The tour grossed a staggering $1.5 billion worldwide, making it the highest-grossing tour in history. Over 4 million fans attended across continents, and merch sales alone reportedly brought in nearly $80 million per leg. On average, fans spent between $1,300 and $1,500 per show, once you count tickets, travel, hotels, outfits, and food. Economists even coined the term the Swift-conomy because cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles saw hotel occupancy skyrocket, airlines book out, and local businesses boom whenever Taylor came to town. Her personal cut? Over $500 million after production costs. And that's before factoring in profits from the Eras Tour concert film, which broke IMAX records and later brought in tens of millions more through streaming deals. Unlike many artists, Taylor knows her worth when it comes to media and licensing. Instead of selling her concert film outright to a streaming giant, she distributed it directly through AMC theaters, a bold move that gave her a much larger share of the profits. When Disney Plus later licensed the streaming rights, reports say they paid over $75 million for exclusivity. Add that to her massive songwriting royalties, among the highest in the industry. And Taylor enjoys passive income streams most CEOs would envy. Her real estate portfolio is another cornerstone of her wealth, estimated between $150 and $170 million. In New York City, she owns a $50 million Tribeca compound made up of penthouses, a townhouse, and a carriage house, her private Manhattan fortress. In Rhode Island, her $17 million seaside mansion, Holiday House, is famous for her star-studded 4th of July parties. In Beverly Hills, she owns a $25 million estate once belonging to film mogul Samuel Goldwyn. Add to that several properties in Nashville, plus rumored vacation homes in Florida and London, and it's clear Taylor treats real estate as a long-term investment in prestige locations rather than quick flips. Taylor's approach to endorsements is equally deliberate. Unlike Beyoncé, who embraces global brand partnerships, Taylor is selective. Her deals with Apple, Diet Coke, Target, and Stella McCartney have been massive, but she avoids overexposure. That exclusivity makes each endorsement worth tens of millions, because when Taylor backs something, fans trust it's authentic. Her business sense is unmatched. By controlling her masters, Taylor turned her catalog into an appreciating asset worth hundreds of millions. She's also quietly invested in tech startups and streaming ventures, hedging her future beyond music. Her merchandising machine, powered by record-breaking tour sales, rivals major retail brands. Every move she makes feels calculated, strategic, and designed for longevity. Despite her billionaire status, Taylor's lifestyle is relatively understated compared to Beyoncé's. She owns a Dassault Falcon 900 private jet, often criticized for emissions, but undeniably a mark of success. She isn't known for an extravagant car collection, often opting for chauffeured SUVs instead. Her fashion choices balance couture elegance with relatable brands, keeping her image versatile. Where she spends heavily is travel, real estate, and her massive touring staff. Philanthropy is another priority. She's donated millions to disaster relief, food banks, and education funds, solidifying her image as both rich and generous. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Taylor's wealth is her economic ripple effect. Analysts estimate that the Eras Tour alone contributed between $4 and $5 billion to the U.S. economy. No other artist in recent memory has had that kind of measurable financial impact on entire cities. Taylor Swift isn't just an entertainer, she's an economic force. So where does she stand in 2025? Net worth, $1.2 to $1.3 billion. Assets, her music catalog, real estate empire, tour earnings, selective endorsements, and strategic business investments. Legacy, the first artist to transform re-recordings into billionaire status. Taylor Swift is officially a self-made billionaire, not through inheritance or marriage, but through vision, ownership, and persistence. But the question remains, can even Taylor Swift's empire match the queenly wealth of Beyoncé? By 2025, Beyoncé's net worth sits between $800 million and $1 billion, depending on estimates. While she hasn't quite crossed the billionaire threshold, her empire remains vast, diversified, and unmatched in cultural influence. She's not just an artist, she's an institution. Beyoncé has been touring since the Destiny's Child era, but her solo tours have become legendary. Her Renaissance World Tour in 2023 grossed over $579 million, ranking among the highest-grossing tours ever. Stadiums sold out in minutes, and the show became more than a concert. It was a cultural phenomenon, blending music, fashion, and spirituality. She amplified the tour's success with Renaissance, a film by Beyoncé, released in theaters through AMC, before securing lucrative streaming deals. Add booming merch sales and the fact that she owns her masters, and her annual royalties continue to climb into the tens of millions. Beyond music, Beyoncé has built a powerful business empire. Her fashion line, Ivy Park, launched with Topshop, later partnered with Adidas, and eventually evolved into a boutique luxury brand under her own company, Parkwood Entertainment. While Ivy Park hasn't reached Nike-level scale, it remains a profitable brand extension that reinforces her status as a fashion icon. She also runs Parkwood Entertainment, her creative powerhouse, and holds major endorsement deals with Pepsi, L'Oreal, Tiffany & Company, and Balmain. Add to that her equity in Jay-Z's ventures, from Armand de Brignac Champagne and Douce Cognac to early Uber stock and Tidal. And it's clear Beyoncé's portfolio is built for generational wealth. Her media presence is just as lucrative. Her Netflix deal, reportedly worth $60 million, started with Homecoming, followed by her partnership with Disney on Black is King, and continued with her Renaissance film. Each project enhances her cultural and financial legacy, creating an ever-growing library of assets. When it comes to real estate, Beyoncé's holdings are nothing short of royal. Alongside Jay-Z, their properties are valued at over $300 million, with Beyoncé's personal stake easily in the hundreds of millions. Their Malibu estate, worth $200 million, is one of the most expensive homes ever purchased in California. Their Bel Air mansion, valued at $88 million, includes a helipad, spa, and bulletproof glass. Add a $20 million Manhattan penthouse and a historic $3 million New Orleans mansion, and you have an empire that mirrors Beyoncé's image. Grand, exclusive, and untouchable. Her lifestyle matches her title, Queen Bee. She vacations on private yachts in Capri and the Riviera, charters vessels that cost up to $400,000 per week, drives Rolls-Royce Phantoms and Maybachs, and wears Balmain couture and Tiffany diamonds. Her annual spending on staff and security alone exceeds $2 to $3 million. Where Taylor invests quietly, Beyoncé's luxury is her brand, an embodiment of power, status, and glamour. Individually, Beyoncé may be just shy of billionaire status, but together with Jay-Z, their combined net worth surpasses $2.5 billion. They're a business dynasty, one that spans music, luxury goods, tech, and culture. Of course, money isn't the whole story. Beyoncé's influence is immeasurable. She's headlined Coachella, delivered legendary Super Bowl performances, and built a fan base that operates like a global movement. Her cultural power is so immense that brands like Tiffany & Company pay millions just to have her wear their jewelry. So who's richer in 2025? Taylor Swift's net worth sits around $1.2 to $1.3 billion, while Beyoncé's ranges from $800 million to $1 billion. On paper, Taylor takes the crown. Her control of her masters, historic tours, and strategic business moves have given her the financial edge. But Beyoncé's empire is different. As half of a $2.5 billion power couple and a global symbol of artistic excellence, her influence stretches beyond wealth alone. In the end, Taylor Swift may be richer in 2025, but Beyoncé remains the reigning queen of cultural dominance. The real question is, who wins in your book, Team Taylor or Team Beyoncé? Drop your answer in the comments, hit like, subscribe for more celebrity wealth showdowns, and tell us which stars you want us to compare next. Because in the world of fame, fortune, and legacy, the battle is never truly over.